We're all gonna face a time where we have to forgive somebody. Your parents, partners, ex-partners, enemies, friends, yourself. Okay, so it's important to learn how to forgive because this world teaches us to hold grudges. This world teaches us to carry hate in our heart. And a lot of time it is subconscious. Until you tap in, you won't know why you're feeling depressed, why you're feeling angry, why you're feeling in a low vibration, why you're not feeling good. It's because in your energetic body, you're carrying energies that don't serve you. You know, you're carrying malice in your heart. And so forgiveness is so incredibly important. This is something that I'm learning in my life and something I want to share with you because I hope that it can help to heal you and help to feel good. And we're all connected. As we help one another, creates a better world. And it's important because we deserve to feel good. We deserve to feel peaceful. And I just want to share what I've learned about how to achieve this peace and how to achieve calm within yourself. Forgiveness is not always the easiest thing. You know, when somebody wrongs you, when somebody abuses your trust, when someone disrespects you, if somebody harms you intentionally or unintentionally. You know, again, this is bound to happen. And I just want to remind us that everything serves a purpose, okay? So everything happens for a reason. Whatever has happened in your life, it's a chance for you to learn how to forgive, learn how to love, learn how to grow through it. Feeling anger is an emotion, and there's nothing wrong with feeling angry. Every emotion serves a purpose. But I want to remind you that you are not your emotions and you are not your thoughts, okay? You're experiencing them. So when you feel angry from somebody, you know, somebody does something to you, you feel angry, and something happens in your life, you feel bad, you feel angry, you feel infuriated. That's okay, but learn how to observe the anger, feel the anger, but you don't have to be consumed by it. You're able to release it, and that's the most important part. And so you want to learn how to rise above it, and the way you do that is by observing that you're angry, not letting it consume you, but allowing yourself to feel it, you know, because your feelings are valid, and then allowing yourself to release it. An emotion is energy in motion. A lot of times people feel frustrated because they're still holding on to that anger. They haven't released it. Then they're attracting more things that they don't like in their life, and they don't understand why. And they keep blaming the outside world, keep blaming life. But life is not happening to you. Life is responding to your internal state. And so that's why it's important to learn how to forgive. We have all been wronged, and we have all done wrong to someone else, you know, again, intentionally or unintentionally. And so when we learn how to forgive, because again, it's not always very easy, we're learning what real love is. We're learning what compassion is. It's so easy to love somebody when they're on their best behavior. It's so easy to love somebody when they're so easy to love. But what real love is when you're choosing to love someone even when they've wronged you, even when they've hurt you, even when they've made a mistake, even when they've proved that they're human to you. When you choose to love them and show grace and show compassion, that's what real love is. You know, love is not always so easy. It can be hard, but it creates more flow, more ease for yourself, for others. When you forgive somebody, even let's say they're not sorry, but you still forgive them, you're teaching yourself and them real love. So you guys, I wanted to talk about forgiveness because this is not something that we hear about too often. A lot of times people equate forgiveness with like someone being weak. But that is such a lie, and it's not true. When you have the strength to forgive somebody from your heart, you're choosing to forgive somebody, this means that you are a very strong person because you don't have to. You know, and so this world, people think that they're entitled to hold a grudge. They're entitled because, oh, they were wronged. And maybe you were. I'm not saying that you weren't. I've been wronged, you know, in really crazy ways throughout my life, where I've thought, what did I do to deserve this? How could this have happened to me? And what I've really come to learn, you guys, is that it happened to me for a reason. Because when you're able to forgive something really harsh, when you're able to forgive something that's really big, it teaches you so much strength. You know, it brings you in balance with yourself. You learn about love, you learn about grace, you learn about compassion for others. A lot of times when people hurt you, it has nothing to do with you. You know, when people do something wrong to you, hurt people. They're having their own issues. They're going through their own thing, and you were just there. It's crazy how everything happens for a reason, because now it's teaching you something as well. We do not have to forgive. Forgiveness is a choice. When you don't forgive, when you stay mad at somebody, when you're carrying a grudge with you in your heart, it's not even hurting them, it's hurting you. You're the one carrying the burden, and you deserve to feel at peace. You deserve to feel free. You deserve to release yourself from that event and move on. There's so much goodness to be felt in life. There's so much happiness to be had. So many beautiful experiences. What you focus on grows. So it's so important to learn how to forgive, because it's a release. You know, you're freeing, making space in your life for something new, for something better. And it's very hard to do that if you're carrying around anger, if you're carrying around grudges, if you're carrying around resentment and bitterness in your heart. You're not allowing space for something new. I've experienced things where I'm like, how could I ever forgive this? This is unforgivable. And I know so many chaotic things can happen in this earth because people are dealing with trauma. People, again, are carrying around pain. Anger is a symptom of pain. When you're feeling angry, really what it is pain. You know, you feel hurt. And again, anger is not bad. Every emotion serves a purpose. Observe that you're angry. Allow yourself to feel angry, but don't let it consume you. Don't stay stuck there. Forgiveness creates self-love. Forgiveness is part of self-care. Things that you've done, things that other people have done to you. Our natural state should be one of flow and ease. Okay, so when we talk about how forgiveness heals our body, okay, well, what is an illness? Illness is dis-ease, right? There's a lack of ease. You're holding on to things that don't serve you, and it has a harmful effect on your body. In the world, we're not really taught about the mind-body connection, but it is very real. How you feel matters, quite literally, not just to your emotional state, but to your physical state. If you're carrying around anger in your body, it can block your chakras, your energy centers in your life. You're not able to receive love in. You're not able to feel good, feel healthy, feel at peace. You've created blocks within yourself. You're carrying around energy that doesn't serve you. You're carrying around anger. You're carrying around dis-ease. And so forgiveness is what helps to relieve all these things. Forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Forgiveness is like the most beautiful form of stress relief. A lot of times when we're feeling stressed, we're feeling angry or uneasy about something in our life. But forgive yourself, be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness creates peace within yourself, calm within yourself. Forgiveness also is beautiful because it validates your feelings. We can experience horrible things in life, things that we didn't deserve, things that are wrong. When you forgive, you're validating your feelings. You're taking the time to say, wow, I was wronged. Wow, that was horrible. That was a horrible experience. But forgiveness is like you shining light on that, honoring that, and validating your own experience, which is super important. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to put yourself in the same situation. Forgiveness doesn't mean you have to stay in harmful situations. You don't have to keep forgiving somebody over and over and over for the same thing. That's the definition of insanity, like doing something over and over and over and expecting a different result. So this comes to mind when I think of like an unhealthy relationship or something like that. Forgive our partners over and over and over and over and over for the same behavior. That's just harmful to yourself. Forgiveness is learning from that experience and then making a conscious decision to choose better for yourself, because you deserve it, because it's part of self-love and self-care, taking care of yourself, preserving your peace. And I just want you to keep that in mind, because sometimes people are so wrong. You learn to have compassion, you choose to forgive, you choose to show love and grace, and then you can choose to move on with your life. You can choose to be in healthier situations. So forgiveness is not necessarily for them, it's more for yourself. Protect yourself, learn from that situation, and then move on. A lot of times too, like, you might find that maybe that person feels they don't need your forgiveness. Maybe they're not sorry, but again, you're forgiving for yourself, and to be free of that burden. You don't want to carry that in your heart, because then you're going to move from that place and it's not going to be good for you. We can't control what other people do, but we can control what we do. We can preserve our peace. We can protect our peace. We can prioritize our feelings. How you feel matters. It creates your world and your inner world. Forgive. I know that by doing this, you're going to build more strength within yourself. You're going to feel more at calm, more at peace. You're going to allow more just of the sweeter feelings. The better parts of life are going to appear for you, because as you heal inside, you're going to attract better in the outside world, you guys. So your mind and your body, this is how you heal. This is something that's helped me so much, is learning how to forgive for myself. And it's not always easy. It can be difficult, and it's difficult for a reason, because it's teaching you what real love is. It's teaching you how to have compassion. It's teaching you how to manage your emotions. Forgive yourself. We are ascending spiritually, individually, and as a collective, and so traumas are going to come up. Issues from your past are going to come up. Even things that you thought you've dealt with, you may have to face it again, and maybe again and again, and that's okay. Observe your emotions, be present with them, honor how you feel, allow yourself to feel it, but don't stay stuck there. Then allow yourself to release and choose thoughts that are going to serve you better. Choose to forgive, choose to love, and choose gentleness. Choose being calm. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel amazing. And little by little, you will see that forgiveness is possible no matter what has happened to you. Spend time every single day with yourself and observe how you're feeling. Allow yourself to feel that way, and then release, so you can invite better feelings to yourself. You deserve to feel peaceful and loved. You are love at your core. All the bad feelings that we experience is us not remembering that we are love at our core. We're designed to love and receive love. So when somebody wrongs us, of course it doesn't feel good, but we can still choose to move from love, you guys. So I hope that this helps you to heal your mind, heal your body. Forgiveness is a very powerful tool that we're going to have to implement throughout our entire lives. Something as small as my daughter telling me she ate her breakfast so she could eat a donut and she was lying to me. I saw that she tossed it in the trash this morning, or something a lot bigger than that, something a lot more traumatic than that. Again, everything happens for a reason. What are you learning from it? What are you gaining from it? It didn't just happen. That's not how this universe works. It happened for a reason. It's not about blaming yourself or staying in a low vibration, carrying that anger. No, we can grow and evolve from that. We just become so much better people. We become better as we choose higher vibrations, as we choose to forgive, to love, even though we don't have to. It feels so good. You feel so powerful. You recognize your power and you feel strength from that. You become a stronger person, more resilient. What can really shake you? When you've forgiven the roughest things, nothing can faze you anymore. You've learned how to create a safe haven within yourself. You know, you're at peace. Nothing can get to you. So I hope that this helps you. Let me know, are you practicing forgiveness in your life? And give this video a thumbs up if it helped you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I love talking about self-love, self-care, spirituality, beauty, wellness, all those lovely things. I'm sending you love, healing, power into your life, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.